Hello everybody and welcome back to the Comlands and welcome back to Farm Sim 25 and our survival challenge. It is a crazy day because this is the last episode of the Comland series. So before we get started, you guys know the deal. We got to feed old Ranja over here. Give her a belly rub one last time. But she's such a good girl. Aren't you? You're such a good girl. Alright. Let's pull our chicken pallet. And let's get this party started. So it is officially October, which means it is harvest season for everything. So let's get the mower hooked up to the John Deere, get it mowing. We got our work cut out for us today. We got a lot of work to do. So it's going to be one of those days where AI is going to be doing a lot. Okay, so we're going to set this. And go. All right. We need to empty our slurry and our milk. Actually, we should be able to get the biogas stuff working. Because it just kind of trickles out. We'll have to wait until later on to get the rest of our trailers dumping and everything. Although I might be able to do the sunflowers. Oh, we're out of sunflowers. Perfect. We'll get this over there and we'll empty our sunflowers into it. Lord knows we got a long day ahead of us. We already harvested the wheat field, so we don't have to worry about that. I know it's growed up with weeds at the moment. Again, we're done. So we got to harvest our soybean field. We got to harvest our corn fields. We got to harvest our sugar cane, and we've got to harvest our sunflowers. So we've got a lot of work cut out for us. I wanted to make sure we had that over here. We'll shut that down. Let's go ahead and grab our harvester. And we'll start by harvesting some soybeans. It is our biggest field after all. already cut our wheat field. We can just go straight across it. Off we go. Just realized we forgot to fill this thing up with fuel. Alright, worst case scenario, we can bring the fuel truck in. We do have a fuel trailer, so no biggie. Hard to believe that we've managed to make so much out of this map. But I can't wait to have everything harvested and sell everything off and see how much money we truly made off of this playthrough. It's been a long time coming. The other thing we'll see is just how much land we end up harvesting today too. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But a total of 101 hours on this and 17 years we've gone through. I noticed we were missing some of the beams along the edge. I hate that. Fix it now. We won't have to worry about it. Definitely got our work cut out for us today. And I don't have the day set to go forward super fast, so we should be able to see the sugarcane harvest in the daytime.
Started with a garden, just a shovel in the ground. Dreams too small to notice in a one-horse town. But we kept on planning through the sun and the rain. Watch the seasons roll by like a slow-moving train. 18 years of mornings chasing that dawn. Fields that felt endless, nights that felt long. From pennies to plenty, from the smallest of seeds, look how far it did grow. Farewell, comlands, the harvest is done. From a backyard dream to a fortune hard won. Now the fields lie silent, no tractors take us. Winters ran deep, but this land held us steady, gave us roots we could keep. Through droughts and through floods, we stood side by side on the back of this farm. We learned how to thrive. The sun sets behind us, paints the sky red and blue. Every field is a story, every furrow rings true. It's more than just money, more than dirt in our hands. It's a lifetime remembered in the calm lands. Farewell, calm lands, the harvest is done. From a backyard dream to a fortune hard won. Now the fields lie silent, no tractors, no hands. Time to rest easy. Farewell, calm lands. Goodbye, old friend, we're laying you down. Your story is written. Farewell, calm lands.
Right. So, we got our sugarcane harvested, we've got our soybeans harvested, we've got our grass harvested. We are working on the sunflower field currently. And we are going to take this load of sugarcane straight over to the sale point and sell it off. And we should make a gajillion dollars doing so. So I'm pretty excited about that. And hopefully by the time we get over there and sell off all this sugarcane, we will be able to have our sunflower harvester done. And then we can move the sunflower, or the harvester from the sunflowers over to the cornfield to finish up our harvest for the year. Okay, I'm just gonna go through here. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I must have missed it. This is the new field. We want the bridge, which is right over here. But I'm pretty sure he's almost done with the sunflower field. Oh, it looks like he is done with the sunflower field. Perfect. Alright, well in that case, we'll get this over there. We'll grab a trailer specifically for sunflowers. Don't run through the cow field. We gotta sell off so much stuff today. It's gonna be crazy how much money we end up with. I do want to try to sell everything at the highest price I can, but I'm not gonna like stress about it. But we're gonna be selling off a lot of stuff. We've got to wait for all of our productions and stuff to finish what they're doing. It's gonna be crazy. I gotta load up all that sugar at some point. So, let's see if we can't get this. The fact that I can get all three of them emptying at the same time, we're gonna be making some money. It's perfect. So much sugar cane. And what do we got? 1.466 million with $131,000 bonus, so over $1.5 million just from selling raw sugar cane. Not too shabby. All right, let's get this moved out of the way. And then I want to grab this particular tractor. We'll go grab the trailer, go pick up our sunflowers. I know I've got another trailer over there, but that's for the corn. Got it on the big red tractor. Plus, I usually have to go through and double check, make sure the sunflowers have all been picked. Because sometimes the AI doesn't like to get all the sunflowers for some reason. Grab our empty trailer that should be over here by our equipment shed. Drop the mower. This dirty machine. Let's go ahead and drop the mower here. trailer that's sitting right over here. Pick this up and go grab our sunflowers. Got to harvest all the corn. And then slowly sell everything off. Here. Usually misses the spot down on the other end too. So double check real quick. Doesn't make a huge difference at the end of the day, but I'll just use the construction camera to fly up and see if they missed anything down at this end. You can see there's always a little spot down here that it misses. So yeah, we do want to go down and grab those real quick. We'll run down, grab those real quick, no big deal. We'll start the corn harvest. And I'll probably let the AI harvest the corn. And while the AI is doing that, I'm going to start selling off all the cattle and chickens. And we can start selling some of our buildings. We got to sell everything off to see how much we make. Not a huge amount left, but 123 liters of extra sunflower seeds. Let's take this over to our cart. Actually, what I'll probably do is just bring the cart up to this. Since it'll be a little quicker, because I don't want to go further away from the cornfield. I'd rather get closer to it. We'll have to figure out how much of everything we own, because we're going to have to sell off all of our silage and straw and wheat and sunflowers and soybeans and corn. shut it off, but apparently I did. Alright. Let's get this over to the cornfield. Cornfields to harvest. All right. We'll get this moved up a little bit closer. Apparently I disconnected it. Put this over this direction. It will be this other field that we finish on. All right, now that we got that done, let's grab our sunflowers, get them back down to the farm. I need to look and see what month everything sells. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at prices for sunflowers. So they sell in March at their highest price. Start getting stuff put in trailers. It'll save us a bunch of hassle. Underneath the gray silo over here. Should be able to get it all sunflowers. And while that's working on that, I'm going to go ahead and go to our animals and sell off our chickens. Well, I thought I would. You have to actually go to the thing. I thought I'd be able to sell them from the menu, but I guess I might have to go over to the actual pin. Make $4,000 for selling 200 chickens. Not too bad. And then another $500 or $5,000 for selling the 250 chickens. Another $800. Very nice. And then our rooster, 20 bucks. All right. So let's go ahead and check out our cattle. It's not going to let me do it, is it? All right, fine, I'll fly over. Visit. Forget exactly where the I think it's on the other side. Gotta go over to the other side, I think. Maybe. Oh, might be right here underneath this. It is. All right. So now it's time to sell off all of our cows. $89,800 for selling off 89 of our cows. We're going to make some money off of this because we have a lot of cattle. We have over 900 head of cattle. All right, so there's all of our cattle sold off. We're up to $5.7 million in the bank. All right, we've got all of our sunflowers. We'll take these back over. Grab another trailer, bring over. So we've got to fill up our straw, which I think I've used all the straw for the most part, or at least it's already in the thing. And hay as well. I made TMR out of our hay and our silage and stuff initially. So hopefully I've done this right. I tried to prepare and make sure everything was good to go. drop this right here for the time being. We'll grab the TMR. Grab the straw. Oops. Well, I kind of needed to do that anyway, because now I got to empty all of the milk and slurry out. Okay, we are completely full anyway. How much is milk going for right now? Just regular old milk. Basically selling at its highest price, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and sell off our milk. Oh, I forgot. You actually have to stay hooked up to this. And I'm pretty sure that other tanker right there, the white one, is full of milk as well, so we'll be able to sell that off. Last of the milk. Almost to 6 million. This should get us close to, if not over, $6 million. Plus 12 was $155,000 there. Very nice. All right, let's pull the last of the slurry out of here. I know slurry's not worth a whole lot of money, but every little bit counts, because again, we're just trying to see how much money we end up making. Go ahead and sell off the slurry. Another $45,000. we do that, I'm going to grab our manure trailer. Try to get it filled up as best I can. Pull all the manure out of this cow pasture. I can go ahead and actually disconnect this. It'll still keep filling up. And then I'll go ahead and grab the other two and get them over to the silos and start getting them filled up. Any straw and TMR that we have. Selling those off as well. And then while that's doing that, we'll go up and check on our corn harvest. Almost done. Go ahead and take over for the moment. We're actually doing pretty good in terms of overall time. About an hour and 44 minutes so far for this episode. I know a lot of it's going to be cut or time-lapsed or whatever, because again, it's all stuff you guys have seen before. And this being the last episode, we're kind of condensing a lot down into as short a time as possible. I know the big draw for this is going to be simply how much money do we end up making after farming for 17 years. We're actually getting a pretty decent amount of corn off these fields too. More than I expected, actually. We're going to end up over 550,000 liters of corn off of this field. And I think the other field's even bigger. Or maybe they're about the same size. One's longer, the other one's wider. Then we're actually going to be able to pretty much, I called that about as perfect as it could be. Because you remember I said that we would alternate these fields with the other big field. So whatever we're planting over there, we plant the opposite in these fields. And we're not actually going to come up that short in terms of total amount of corn. It would be like we planted that field with both field types, or both crop types, which is very nice. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let the AI take back over here. then we'll go check on our stuff. Now, if we look at our total productions, I mean, we might as well go ahead and sell off. I mean, we're going to sell most of our stuff, but we're going to let everything run its course too. What I was meaning is the silos. So yeah, you can see that we're no longer producing any TMR or hay or anything like that. I tried to get down to just producing the silage. So hopefully we'll get through the silage pretty quick. We do have quite a bit of hay left. So we didn't use as much hay as I thought we would. So I think the thing it's waiting on is silage to produce more TMR. That's fine. We'll go ahead and stop there on the TMR because we are going to have more TMR. We'll just put straw. Okay, we don't have any more straw, so that's good. Okay, so these can sit here for the time being. When is TMR and straw selling at its highest? So it looks like it's going to be in a different spot. Let's look at the TMR then. TMR sells at its highest right now, actually. Go figure. Yeah, let's just go ahead and turn the TMR off. We'll grab what's left of the TMR. We'll sell it all off. I'll look and see when straw sells at its highest too. We'll just have to pull the rest of the hay and stuff out. All right, what else needs done? Let's jump in our little tractor. Back over to the other side. We'll try to start resetting equipment back up to the shop. We will have to maintain and sell everything off. Now, it still shows 500,000 liters of manure. But it doesn't show it in the actual stalling. It's like in the cow pasture itself. So I'm not sure exactly how to get that. But where does manure sell for its highest? In January. We're not that far off. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. That should be sellable. So we go here. Let's get rid of the workshop. Let's get rid of our pasture. We can also get rid of this building down here that we never ended up using. Still working on this, waiting for that to finish. We're gonna still need this. The sunflowers production, probably ought to look into seeing where they're at. Be the oil mill. Oil mill still has 61,000 liters of sunflowers, so we're gonna hold off on selling that just yet. Go ahead and shut her down for the moment. Head back over here. Should be just about done filling up with TMR for the time being. Yep, almost done. We'll let that go a little bit longer. Let's go check on our corn harvest. Knock out the rest of this real quick, I think. Done a little bit faster. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this series, man. It's been a lot of fun for me, just seeing how much work we could actually end up putting out. I've never bought the entire map on a Farmsim map before, and even though that wasn't our initial goal. Our initial goal was to always make it Area Empire, which we accomplished. We did that. All of it started from just a backyard garden. Kind of great. Needless to say, I think we've made enough money that we can retire comfortably after 17 years of hard work. So I think we normally get about 1.3 million liters off of the big field. So the fact that we're getting close to at least within reason of that off of these two small fields is perfect. Which is kind of exactly what I wanted out of it anyway. Guys, we are officially wrapping up our final harvest here on the combine. From this point on, it's just going to be about selling off all of our products, selling off all of our machines. We've already sold off all the animals. We empty this corn into our corn bin over here, take it over to the grain dryer. right. And from this point, I think it's all about just, like, having all of our stuff get taken up to the shop real quick. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll take this. Combine is finished. Reset it. We will detach the header trailer. So now that header trailer should be able to be reset. Reset the header as well. Go down to our farm. Reset that. Just sell that. Keep that. Let's go ahead and reset the Massey Ferguson. Reset the lime spreader. Sell the power washer. The chicken coop can go ahead and be sold. The egg shipping can also be sold. Water pump can be sold. Other water pump can be sold. We'll save that for the time being. Save that garden for the time being. Sell off our liquid fertilizer tank. Sell off our garage. Sell the fuel tank. All right. Let's get the corn over to where it needs to go. Put it in the grain dryer. Take a couple of months to process, and then it gets sold off in June. Soybeans also get sold off in June. Go ahead and cover it. Pull out, we'll grab this trailer, move it around to the side. Make sure it's able to fill up with the dried corn. Now, did I set the production for the sugar mill to be selling? I did. Okay, good. We will have to get our truck. Let's go ahead and set this to turn it on. So dry corn. Let's turn that on. And we have 58,000 liters of methane, so we'll see if that's enough. I do believe our truck has some methane in it, so we'll bring that over. It's another 32,000 kilograms. When does sugar sell at its highest price? That's the other thing I didn't look at. Sugar sells at its highest price. It's going to be dropping. Okay, so we need to sell that now. Let's go ahead and drop this trailer. We'll load up the sugar real quick. Try to put the sugar on the back of the truck. so we got that done. Let's go ahead and take this over there. We're going to sell off the sugar. Ideally, I'm going to wait for the sunflower oil to be at its highest, which I think will be in March. Yeah. So we're just going to manually take the straps off to make sure that we can sell those. No, it's selling off my... I thought it wouldn't sell unless I was... Oh, that's annoying. Alright, well, I guess we're selling off all of our sunflower oil. But, made a decent amount of money. It's kind of unfortunate that we sold off the sunflower oil like that, but we've been selling off the sunflower oil every month anyway, so it's really not that big a deal. Go ahead and drop that. Pull forward. Drop that. We'll hook up the truck back over to the methane tank in case we need more methane. But at this point, all we're going to be doing is going through until everything runs out of its stuff. I don't know where I'm going. Just drove right past the methane tank. I'm not going to fill this thing up just yet. I'm going to wait and see if we need to. We may have enough in there to go ahead and run it all out. But for the time being, we'll just set this right here. Let's go ahead and get this. Whoops. A little bit aggressive. Alright, so we're going to be waiting for the slurry and the manure to run out over here. We've got 17,000 liters of milk left inside the dairy, and we can sell it. Everything else is done. We can go ahead and go up here. Start repairing and selling off some of this stuff. I'm going to probably keep this tractor up here for the time being, because it's easier to move stuff. Take the I need to bring the other header up here too, so I need to go do that. Should be not showing up on the map for some reason. Should be right down here. I don't know why this isn't showing up on the map. Weird. This isn't either. Okay, this one is now. So if we reset that, Maybe I have to touch it? Yep, now it pops up. Weird. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Alright, well, that's done. Let's go ahead and reset the forage harvester as well. Oh, there's no space. Fair enough. Hook up to this. Wagon. Awkward positions. Right. Now we should be able to reset this. Set the header. We'll hold off on those for the time being. 2 small trailers can go though. Go ahead and reset the John Deere as well. Start getting everything sold off. All right, so I think that's where we're gonna go for that. Let's go ahead and jump over into the John Deere. Bring this stuff over to sell it. We know the TMR is at its highest price, so we're going to go ahead and sell it first. Another 389,000? 390,000? Straw. Sells for its highest in December. We're basically there, so we might as well. Go ahead and reset some of this stuff. Alright, let's go sell off our wheat. Get a little bit more money out of it. Another 167,000. Too shabby. Right there. going to go ahead and grab our slurry tanker that's full. Pull it over and sell off all the slurry. Let the biogas plant run out what it's got left in it. Almost 1 million liters of slurry. Another 38,000. Right. Get all this stuff sold off. Now I know I probably should have sold off all of our lime and fertilizer and stuff that we had, but it'll be fine. A little bit of extra money missing isn't the end of the world. All right. Our corn prices are apparently at their highest right now, so we're going to go ahead and sell off our dry corn. Should be a nice payday there as well. 1.16 million liters. $1.1 million, roughly. Too shabby. Alright, so, with that being done, this can now be over. Sunflower sell in March. We'll hold there. Up if we can. Go ahead and get ready to sell these off. Parking right over the top here. Shut her down. If we look at our fermenting silo, we still have 1.4 million liters of hay. So I need to go get that as well. Alright, let's shut this down. We'll grab the other trailers. We'll get these over there. Drop the hay into it. Unless, hold on a second. Is there hay silage? Oh, there totally is. Okay, so we can actually do this. Let's just go ahead and turn on hay silage. Turn that into silage. And then all the silage will sell off automatically. So that'll keep me from having to do that. Which is perfect, because I didn't want to do that anyway. Should be able to just go ahead and get rid of these now. That allows me to go ahead and get this back over there. Hooked up to our trailers that we'll be selling off. All right. Time to go forward. Now the main thing is I'm going to just check and make sure that everything is still running. If it runs out of its stuff, we'll go ahead and sell it off. Okay, we are officially out at the dairy, which is perfect. We'll go ahead and sell that off. The biogas plant is essentially out, so we'll go ahead and sell that off as well. Grain dryer can be sold off. Oil mill's still running for a little while. Big garden is also out, so we can get rid of it. Sugar mill is still running strong. Alright, so this can be sold off. Which means this can now be sold off. Which means this can now be sold off. This can be sold. This no longer has anything in it, can be sold. This can be sold. Dairy can be sold. Biogas plant can be sold. Grain dryer can be sold. Still waiting on these two productions to finish. But we should be able to go ahead and go to next month. Sell off the sunflowers that we have left in the trailer. They should be at their highest price. Yep. And there's another $361,000. Now the next time we have to sell will be the soybeans. We can go ahead and get rid of this as well. Okay. This can actually be sold off as well. So I'm going to go ahead and send these both away. Truck and tanker sold off. Everything else is basically going to have to wait till I get my other tractor up here. May have sold off the John Deere just a little bit early because I forgot we had all this stuff, but it's fine. Once we get the case up here, we'll get everything sold off. We'll hold on to the truck until very last. Do need to jump in and go forward in time. So let's go back to the house. Check on all of our silos and store mill and everything. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have maybe one more month of sunflower or production at the oil mill. We're almost out of grass, so we'll have to hold a little bit longer on that. And then sugar, I mean the sugar mill is going to be the thing. It takes forever. I don't understand why it takes so long for the sugar mill to produce, but Lord have mercy. It takes forever. Go ahead and feed Ranja real quick. We'll go forward again. Okay, we are officially out at the oil mill. We are officially, well, not quite out of all the grass just yet. So we'll wait a little bit longer on that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the oil mill. Keep the sugar mill running for a little longer. Everything else is good to go. Let's get rid of this one since it's no longer needed. And we'll get rid of this one. That just leaves this one, which is the one that has the hay and the silage, or the grass in it for the silage. Let's go ahead and sell our doghouse. Sorry, Ranja. It's that time. Alright, we got one more month. And we'll sell off our soybeans. Go ahead and sell off our soybeans. Another 800,000, 850,000. Try again. Yeah, about $850,000. Not bad. All right, go to construction, get rid of this. Let's go ahead and send the tractor. Let's get all this stuff sold off. Alright, now the only thing that's left is our sugarcane factory. The problem is it's taking forever to go through. I'm not even worried about it, honestly. I'm probably just going to call it. We'll go back home. We'll sell off the sugarcane place. How's our other... I mean, we're pretty much out of silage, so I'm not too worried there. We're just going to go ahead and sell that off as well. So it is that time, y'all. We've done it. I know I'm missing out on a little bit of money here, but it's really not that big a deal. I think we've proven what we've come here to prove, and that is that we have conquered the Calmlands. We have bought the entire map. We have made millions and millions of dollars, and now it's time to sell off the actual map. So, time to sell our property. Let's start with the bottom. What is not been removed? We'll skip over that for the now. Oh, I know what it is. That's what it is. It's the weather vane thing. There we go. Now we should be able to sell that. Apparently, I'm not going to be able to sell the little top areas and stuff without selling all the buildings up there too, so I guess we'll do that. I didn't realize we had animals up there. Poor feller. Well, we're just going to have to fly up there. Before we do that, though, pretty sure all this is normal stuff that we can't get rid of. But I'm sure that this probably is something that I have to get rid of. Oh, apparently not. Alright. So if I just go to the main map. Sorry this is taking longer than I expected. But again, this is just one of those. I should be able to sell this off now. Perfect. If we go to visit, and then we should be able to sell off his cows, which then should allow me to remove this. Sell that off. All right, there you have it, folks. After 17 years, almost 18, so we'll call it 17 and a half years. 17 and a half years of farming, we managed to make almost $21 million total. So with all of that being said, I'm going to jump in old Bessie. I'm going to ride off into the sunset, and I will see you guys in the next series. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What you guys want to do in terms of the next series. I'm thinking a root crop series, but I'm not sure yet exactly where I want to go. One last thing before we go, though. Let's look at the overall statistics. We have used, let me see where we're at. We harvested 505 acres in this session. So between all of our grass fields and all of our regular fields. 505 total acres. In total, we harvested over 9,600 acres. So pretty awesome there. And we've worked between not just harvesting, but between everything we do with planting and harvesting and everything, we worked 15.78 or 15,781 acres. So pretty cool there. 104,000 or 104 hours total. Not too crazy, but I guess we'll call it 18 years. The game calls it 18 years, but we'll go with it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this ended. I think $20 million, almost $21 million, is a perfect little retirement fund for our fella here. And let me know what you guys are thinking. If you guys enjoyed the series, I appreciate you guys following along. And if you like what I'm doing, punch a like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.